Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new or an existing subscriber, my name is Charlotte and today I have a Balenciaga dupes video. So I might have been naughty and I might have gone out and actually bought the real thing because I was searching the high street looking for some alternatives. I had some trouble with sizings, which I'll get into with you, and then I just thought, bugger it, I'm just gonna get them. I have wanted them for over a year, so I just thought I will compare them, and I have to say, as soon as I saw them I fell in love. So I mean, that probably wasn't a very smart move by myself, but as you can see I have the Balenciaga Triple S on. I have these in the white, which for some reason are cheaper. These are $6.15 and the other styles are between $6.45 and $6.95 for like the new season ones, I think, but they're a permanent collection for Balenciaga. I will leave the real Balenciagas linked in the description box below if you're thinking of treating yourself or you maybe want to check them out. And yeah, obviously all the other trainers which you will see adorned around the floor today will also be linked in the description box below. I thought I would just sit here so for each pair I can try them on and have a feel and see what I think. So just a quick one on the Balenciagas, although Brody is actually now lying in the way. If anybody wants an actual review, a proper review or styling video, let me know in the comments below. But on first thought, they are actually quite heavy. They don't feel too heavy to walk in, but I don't know how they would fare kind of walking around in all day, but they are super comfortable. I'm actually surprised at how comfortable they are, and they do feel a little bit slightly loose when walking, but that's probably just because of the weight of the trainer. I'm normally a 41, 42, I normally verge more towards a 42, and I've got 41 in these and they fit perfectly, and I've also got some room in them. So if you're kind of in between sizes, I would say go for the smaller size. So that is just a quick introduction, and these are the shoes that we're going to try and recreate the vibe and look with the high street alternatives that I have to share with you. I have maybe about 10 pairs, so we better kick off this video. Hopefully this isn't too of an unflattering angle sat on this stool, but I just thought that would be quite a good way to film it rather than being super far away, full length. So let's take off these beautiful babies that I'll probably be really scared to get dirty. So there we go, they're the Balenciagas in all of their beautiful glory, and I will pick up the ones that I bought in two colours because I was not sure which colourway I wanted, and they were kind of like the shoes that I most wanted instead of these ones. And the ones that I'm talking about are right here next to me, and it is the Nike MK, is it Techno Trainer? So I have one pair here. This is the pair you'll have seen in my spring haul. If you've not seen it, I'll leave it linked. I did say I wasn't sure whether or not I was keeping them. I thought they'd come all white, but they came with like this beigey pink colour on as well. And then I also ordered them as well in pure white, which for some reason are the men's section. So these are pure white and they have grey detailing on them. So this white pair is a UK size 7. For some reason with Nikes, I find men's and women's sizing different. So women's I'm an 8, men I'm a 7. So I've got the men's in a size 7 here, and then I also have the women's in a size 7.5 actually. So let's try one of each of those on. So I shall try the women's 7.5 on. What I loved about these is they're quite sporty looking. I don't feel like they'll go out of fashion as such, in terms of obviously the Balenciaga at some point, something new will come out and push them out of the way, but these are like a sporty trainer. I could maybe wear them in the gym afterwards. So this is the size women's 7.5, which feels quite a good size actually. It feels not too snug, although my toe is a little bit at the end. I don't think Brody realised that he's just sat in the way of me filming. So Poopy, Brody, hello baby, would you mind moving a little bit please? Will you get up and move, baby? Good boy, lie down, lie down. And then let's lay back this way. Timber! Good boy. Thank you, we have a little bit of room now to see the trainers. Let's move back a little bit as well. So this is the men's size 7. No, I'm getting confused there. So a 41. So I have a men's size 7 on the left and I have the women's 7.5 on the right. And the men's size 7 is a little bit bigger. So if you do have bigger feet and you struggle with the women's, you might find that men's fit you better. So actually out of those two, the men's one, this one here, fits better. It actually feels really comfortable upon first trying them on. And let's have a little stand up so you can maybe see what they look like a little bit. So that's the men's, and then this is the women's one. I do actually think, looking in the mirror, I'm quite liking the vibes of the all white ones. I think they look a little bit retro. So out of those two, I love the beiges of these. I think the beige and the white work perfectly with neutrals. So I thought I'd put a neutral outfit on because that's kind of a look that I'm loving for spring, and I'm sure it's a colour that you guys will be wearing a lot, like a colour kind of mix. So this pair does look rather nice with the beige, and the all white obviously goes as well because I've got the white top on, but we do have grey detail on them. So that was the first pair, and they're pretty much like for like in terms of sizing. So the men's 7 seems the same as the women's 7.5, and this pair's more slightly cream and that pair's more white, but they are actually really comfortable. I don't think you would have any issues with these rubbing your feet, and I've seen quite a lot of bloggers already wearing this style, so I think these are a good alternative for the Balenciaga Triple S. So they are available in loads of different colours as well actually, and there's a few different places on the high street that do sell the Nike MK Tekno. So if you're after a more colourful pair, you'll be able to find one of those as well, and they also do a black and white pair, which is pretty cool as well. Another sports orientated pair is this pair of Reeboks. Now I came across these on ASOS. I'd actually never heard of them before, and I ordered 2 sizes because again I'm always unsure on sizes. These are an 8.5. I've not worn Reeboks for a while, and it turns out Reeboks are actually quite large in sizing. So this 8.5 is too big for me. I think if I was to keep these, I would maybe have to go down half a size, so I'd probably go for the 7.5, or maybe even the 7, because these I've got like a full fingernail at the end, and they do actually feel quite wide. So if you also have wide feet, the Reeboks might be a good choice for you. I normally wear Nikes, so that's kind of the sizing that I'm used to, or Adidas. So when I'm trying a new style, I normally order 1 or 2 sizes so I can make sure I get the right ones. So this is what the Reeboks look like. They have the chunky sole, which is why they kind of reminded me of the Balenciaga because of this bit here. They're material all the way around though, so the problem with these is they might be a little hard to keep clean because there's no leather on them. They're all like material, but we kind of get that whole kind of chunky trainer vibe as well, and it's in a really nice cream colour, so it's a little bit different than an all white trainer. So I am actually a huge fan of them if they had them available in my size. So that is the pair of Reeboks. I think they're called the Aztec, but I will leave them linked down below. A pair which very much I think resembles the Balenciaga Triple S is a pair of Calvin Klein jeans trainers. Now these seem to be quite popular as well, so they're not in stock quite a lot of places online, but I will obviously search online and find all the sizes that I can possibly available. So these are the Calvin Kleins. They are all white. We have a kind of shiny patent leather with mesh detailing. It has the branding on the side, so it is a little bit like Balenciaga's, and we have the chunky sole. And these are a UK size 8, but Calvin Klein is small sizes. And when I got these I was like, oh yes, I found a really good dupe, and then unfortunately they did not fit. So I would say if you're between sizes to size up, because my toe is very much right at the end of these, and although my feet do fit into them, I know that if I was to wear them all day and walk in them, my feet would maybe swell a little bit. They would just be really uncomfortable because they also do feel a little bit tight across the front bit there, but I do have slightly wide feet, but that is something to bear in mind with these ones. But I just thought that these are such a great dupe for the Balenciaga, with them being all kind of white, with them being a chunky sole, and it's just a bit of a shame that they're a little bit on the small side and a little bit tight around the toes. Otherwise I could probably get away with these ones, but I absolutely love those ones. They're a little bit more pricey than some of the others. I think they're about £130, but definitely well worth it, I would say. Another pair, which again very much reminds me of the Balenciagas, and it is a pair that I actively looked for on the internet because again there isn't that many of these available, so I will obviously try and find what sizes I can for you guys. And if you follow Lorna Looks over on Instagram, which I do, and I bloody love her style, I will leave her down in the description box below. You might have noticed that she has a pair of Campbell trainers I don't think she owns a pair of the Balenciaga Triple S actually, and that is why I wanted these ones, and she'd shared them on her stories where they were available in stock, and I thought straight away definitely getting them. And again, the sizing, let's be honest, Jeffrey Campbell, your sizing is a little bit shit. So this is a size 8, and I can just about get my feet in, and my kind of toes are curled over at the ends, and it's the biggest size that they do. So again, for me, that just rules them completely out, because I've got size 8, I've got large size 8 feet, and quite a lot of places frankly don't accommodate for that. So I'm a little bit disappointed in the Jeffrey Campbell sizing. And as you can see, the trainer's also quite slim. This is the Triple S, and that is the Jeffrey Campbell, so I don't know if you can kind of see. This one seems a lot slimmer, although it is more of kind of a racer style trainer than the Balenciaga, but it is a lot smaller as well, considering they are both size 41s. So I will just squeeze my feet into these for the purpose of you guys being able to see what they look like. And yeah, they are very, very snug. As I said, my toes are curled over at the front of these, and they're also not very accommodating for a wide foot. So if you have a slim foot and you are smaller, you're a small size 8 or below, then you will be absolutely fine with these shoes. And I do love them so much. They've kind of got a similar bits of detailing going on with the sole around them. They're all leather as well, this pair that I have, so they would be so easy to keep clean. You can also get them with the mesh as well. Depends what look you're going for, and I suppose it depends. You can also get them in the mesh as well. I suppose it depends what look you're going for, and also what you can find in your size, because these are pretty hard to get hold of. But yeah, I saw these, I fell in love with them, I tried them on, and then I nearly cried because they were too small. So these are about £160, I think. I mean, I can't stand up in these for long because it's absolutely killing my feet, but that's what these ones look like. And it is just such a shame that the Jeffrey Campbell sizing is, yeah, as I said, frankly, it is shit. So that is that pair. If you are looking for a pair that isn't just like a sports wear version of the Balenciaga, then definitely try and get your hands on the Jeffrey Campbell, because it is such a shame. I like them so much. Going back to a sportswear brand, these are actually Puma, and again I just happened to come across these because I was browsing ASOS looking for some alternatives for the Balenciagas, and I saw these. Now obviously they've got the bubble detail going on in the heel, so they're a little bit like an Air Max, but because we've got a chunky sole, we've got the mesh and the leather detailing, they're also another great alternative that are affordable on the high street for the Balenciaga Triple S. These again I ordered in 2 sizes. This is the UK 8. So what other size did I order? Maybe I ordered an 8 and 8.5, and these is a size 8. Fit me perfectly. There's a little bit room on the end of them, but not too much, and they're a lot wider than a couple of the other styles, with them being kind of a sportswear trainer and Puma. So these are really comfortable. I could walk around in them all day, not have an issue with them. I absolutely really like them as well. I am kind of tempted to keep these ones too, but I mean, if I'm going to be keeping a more expensive pair, I don't need to then be having another pair to try and add into the mix, if I'm making any sense there. But yeah, I do absolutely love these. So if this is your thing, a little bit of white leather, a little bit of mesh, a little bit of paint and detailing going on, and a slight little different sole going on with the bubble detailing, then yeah, these are the Pumas, and I do absolutely love them as well. I think these are available in half sizes, and again these were from ASOS, so really easy to order, really easy delivery, easy returns process. Now moving over to this side, I actually have 2 from ASOS, and they're actually ASOS Design, so they're ASOS's own range, but the women's ASOS Design trainers are not that chunky soled. And then I came across the men's, and the men's are more like the Balenciaga Triple S, so I've actually ordered from the men's section. I'm not sure what size men's trainers start from, but obviously I know they accommodate for my size, and probably maybe from a size 6 upwards, I'm not quite sure, but I will leave some female design ones linked down below as well. I'm sorry, my phone keeps on going off. Right, put that away. Sorry people, I was getting a little bit carried away when I go on my phone and go on Instagram, you know how it is. So I was talking about ASOS trainers, wasn't I? ASOS trainers. So yeah, these are the men's, but I will leave, like I said, the women also have some, but they're not as chunky. But how good are these for a pair of Balenciaga dupes? We have a really chunky sole, We have again the mesh and the suede kind of leather detailing. These are in a pink and beigey colourway, and I got these in a men's, obviously a men's size 8, and again they fit really well. They feel really comfortable. These don't feel heavy, so although they've got chunky sole, and it is probably just because they're maybe a cheaper shoe, so that doesn't really feel full on rubber like the Balenciagas. It feels a little bit more a soft consistency, and these are so comfy though, and they don't feel heavy, so I can imagine you could walk around in these all day. They'd be super comfortable. I just think they look really nice. They don't have that many different colourways, but they do have a few. They're about £40, which I think is a bargain, and yeah, absolutely love these as well. They are such a good kind of comparison for the Balenciaga. You just pop one off, so side by side you can kind of see what I mean with the mesh and the detailing. We've also got laces that have got the stripes of different colour across them, so I think they're such an amazing dupe and they're such a good price. So as well as the white ones, I always thought I would get the black ones to try as well, so they also do an all black pair, which I have here. What's not disappointing about them, because there's nothing disappointing about these at all, but what would have been obviously a bit better is if they had the laces like this, which have got the stripes through them, obviously on these as contrast. They look then more like the Balenciagas, but again these look really nice on. Tempted to keep these black ones actually, because I don't really have that many black trainers, and I just love the vibe of them. I'm loving chunky soles, even though I've got big feet. I know I've got big feet anyway, to be fair, so if the shoes make my feet look big, it's the look, it's the vibe we're going for. And also, excuse the fact I've got white socks on with these, it's also going to make my legs look thinner. So that is one good thing about chunky shoes, is that it makes your legs look slimmer. So don't worry if, like me, you've got some big size 8 feet or size 9s. Don't be put off wearing chunky trainers. They still look really good. They work with loads of outfits. It's a really cool trend, I think. A really easy way to update your looks. But yeah, don't know what's going on with these trousers either. I look a little bit like MC Hammer, but I just thought I would lift them up while trying these shoes on so you guys can see them better. So those are the ASOS Design trainers. Like I said, actually really impressed with them. And then I have one more high street retailer, and then I have a pair of my own trainers that you'll have seen before that I think are a great dupe. And I'm just going to tell you about another few trainers that I think are really good alternatives that are affordable for the Balenciagas. I just didn't order any because I couldn't find any in my size, frankly. So I have this pair here, and these are from, believe it or not, Berskha. And yeah, I think that these are again such a great dupe, or well, let's not go with dupe, let's say these are a great alternative. Let's stick on the alternative route for the Balenciaga Triple S. And these again are maybe around £40–45. These, like the Balenciaga, are heavy. They are heavy. I mean, oh bloody hell, these are like lifting up a weight, so these are heavier. But these are probably the most on the same wavelength with the weight. I feel like I'm doing the workout. And they have the chunky sole. Again, we have, you know, I keep on saying it 1,000 times, mesh and kind of cut out pattern detailing. So these are very much like the Balenciaga, but obviously the Balenciaga are more than 10 times the price of these ones. So every time I say that to myself, I'm like, oh my god, yes, we are doing this, we are doing it. And these are again in a size 41. I haven't tried these on yet actually, so we shall see how these fit. I've never actually tried shoes from Berskha, to be fair. Ooh, and they fit. They're snug, but they're not too snug. I have a little bit of room at the end of my toes, which means that these could probably be a good contender. And this is them on. I have to say, they are comfy. They're not as comfortable as the real thing though, but they are comfortable when I put them on. Do you ever find this with shoes where they feel like they go tighter at the front? So they do feel a little bit tight on my big toe, but not like too uncomfortable. And yeah, they feel roomy. They don't feel narrow. I can feel the weight of these compared to all the other alternatives trainers while trying them on my feet, but yeah, I think they look pretty good actually. I'm not too keen on the shiny bits, the painted kind of bits that we've got sitting through on the lip here, but I mean, that is the only complaint really that I have about these. I think that they're really good for the price. I'm loving the kind of different two-toned sole as well, so they would work really well with neutrals. So really, really impressed with the Berskha trainers. I'm probably going to have to try on a few outfits with these. One of these on one foot and a Balenciaga on the other foot, and kind of decide, make some life decisions. And then the last pair I have to physically show you is a pair you will have seen, which are my Yeezy 500s. Now, these are more expensive than all the other pairs in here. I got mine when they were released, and I think I paid about $250. No, I didn't. That's an absolute lie. I paid $180. Maybe paid like £200 for them. But now I think because they're not the original drop and you buy them elsewhere, the price goes up a bit. So I mean, you may be looking £300 plus for these trainers, but you can get them in black. You can get them in like a sandy beige colour. You can get them in white. These are in the salt. They're called salt, but they're like a grey colour. And yeah, again, I think these are a really good dupe for the Balenciagas because they're kind of like an ugly, chunky dad trainer vibe going on. Adidas, though, I would say size up. All of my Yeezys that I've got are 8.5. So size up if you can, like size up half size. And this is what these ones look like. You've probably seen them over on my Instagram, which I'll leave linked down in the description box at Charlotte Buttrick. Best way to keep up with my outfits and things like that. And yeah, I absolutely love these. Again, they're just kind of like the same vibe. They're chunky, they're the same type round, big toe, big sole, got a little bit of mesh going on, got the cut out bits. So yeah, could not do this video without including my beloved Yeezys in that I get a lot of wear out of. But as I said at the start of this video, I pretty much, well, I think I did, I pretty much live in trainers because I come out, I like to the office, so 8-9 days out of 10 I am wearing trainers. And the other ones that I wanted to tell you about, I don't actually have, as I said, but as I tell you about them, I'm just going to put my babies back on one more time. So let me know in the comments below actually what you think on the whole chunky dad trainer trend, what you think of the Balenciagas, because you might like the alternatives but you might not actually be a fan of the Triple S yourself. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And also if you'd like any more kind of lookalike videos a little bit like this where I can show you guys alternatives that are affordable on high street. So yeah, the other pairs that I wanted to just quickly briefly tell you guys about were obviously the Fila. I think they're called the Disruptor. They've been around for a while. They again are a popular alternative for the Balenciaga Triple S. They've got a cleated sole though, which is slightly different. And then Naked Wolfe, which is quite, well, a new brand for me. I hadn't really heard of them until I saw them on Instagram and I saw these trainers and I thought, oh my god, they're such a good alternative. I was going to order some for this, but I kind of left it a little bit late and I don't think they would have got here in time, so I didn't actually bother with them. But I will leave images of them on the screen as well. They're more, I'd say they're kind of a hybrid between the Balenciaga Triple S and then the Louis Vuitton kind of chunky trainers. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but this is them. They're kind of like a hybrid between the two because they're a little bit more like a running trainer, so a bit more like a pointed runner toe rather than this kind of round vibe that we've got going on with these beautiful things right here. So that has been my alternatives Balenciaga Triple S haul. So like I said, everything will be linked in the description box below. If I decide on keeping these, do let me know if you would like a styling video on them or kind of like a full review as such, I suppose, once I've worn them a few times and I've got to grips with them. Do subscribe if you're new, comment below, and I will be back again next Friday with a new video. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have found this helpful. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in my next one. See you later. Whee! We're done.